I'm urging this committee to vote no on this amendment. The medical board is not justice. In the case of my grandfather, me and my mother reported the two physicians who caused his death in this state to the medical board. They've been given all the evidence. It's been over 2 years since that's happened, and we haven't heard a word from them. And I just think this bill, we should have a clean repeal. I'm afraid that this amendment could open the door to officials saying that you have to wait on a medical board investigation before you can file a civil claim. What if the medical board takes years to get anywhere with their investigation, where physicians accused of malpractice can hire lawyers, but the families of victims of medical negligence can't? Simply the fact physicians can hire attorneys, but the victims cannot, in an environment heavily biased towards the accused physician, makes asking the medical board to hold physicians accountable the equivalent of asking the physician accused of negligence to investigate themselves. Vote no on this amendment, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Respectfully, this amendment is insult to injury, in my opinion. My case has been with medical board for 2 years. It's confidential. There is no cross-examination. We have absolutely no advocate. In our case, in our experience, it is a very inefficient system. The medical board is taking their sweet time despite severity of what happened to my dad. Just another flawed setup to protect wrongdoers. This amendment would only create another barrier to justice. It's unnecessary. It is impractical. Let's have attorneys bring in expert testimonies in courtrooms, and let's a judge and jury to decide what's right and what's wrong. Thank you.
Yeah, so I am against this amendment because dealing with the Department of Health for the past 29 years in the state of Florida, I know how they operate. It takes forever to get through to them. Anyway, 96 to 97% of the time, the Department of Health, in their investigations, don't find anything wrong, even though there may be major evidence to the contrary. Are we really going to let behind a closed-door panel made up of people who are not qualified to be expert witnesses at all decide on justice? We need our justice system. We need a jury to decide.
Florida's free kill law is actively shielding and protecting criminal physicians in the state of Florida. My grandfather's name was Stefan Suto, and his death was caused by 3 physicians, 2 of them Florida physicians, who injected him with hydrogen peroxide, ozone gas, and gave him a non-cross-match blood transfusion in a Florida hotel room. Everyone who I tell the facts of this case to says it's criminal. Unfortunately, despite the overwhelming evidence, Florida's First Circuit SA and ME office, as well as Gulf Breeze Police Department, insist on covering this case up. So what did my mother want to do? File a lawsuit against the doctors. Not possible due to Florida's free kill law. These 2 physicians are still out there posing an active threat to the public, and I just want to ask how many more cases like this could be flying under the radar in this state, and how many of them could be uncovered by a simple discovery process in a civil lawsuit. Finally, I've heard arguments that the medical board is a source of accountability. I just want to say this. My family has had absolutely no say in their investigation. It's behind closed doors, and we have no representation. Telling grieving families of victims of negligence to essentially do investigative work themselves and to gather things to submit to the medical board while having no legal representation, it's cruel, it's unfair, and it's biased heavily against the victims. Vote yes on SB 734.
My son, Ethan, just spoke, so I want to say my father's name, Stefan Suto. 3 physicians killed him with hydrogen peroxide, ozone gas. 2 of them were from Florida. They falsified his medical records. They fraudulently lost 3 or 4 days of his life. Had a friend from hospice, and they employed hospice fraudulently without my signature. They also falsified his death certificate, and they put on it natural death. And I had to hire my own private forensic examiner, Dr. Daniel Schultz. I had to pay for his exhumation, my dad's exhumation, and his autopsy myself, so I know the truth when my father died, and it was confirmed to me he died due to actions of these physicians, and I am not able to get any justice for my father's death. So I plead with you, please don't allow this to happen to no one else. Us who are sitting here are not getting any justice even after this meeting.
As I've spoke before, I'm a doctor in the Pensacola area. Also, I wanted to say, people mention doctors leaving the state. I don't see that as a problem right now at all. I think the more pressing question is, what kind of position in this state does this state potentially attract with this law on the books in the first place. If this law is attracting physicians who have failed in other states, physicians who feel they can act with impunity towards their patients knowing they can't be sued. Finally, this is personal to me. I have a son, Patrick. He's 33 years old. He has autism and cognitive delay. If anything happened to him where he went to an ER and ended up dead, I don't know what I would do. But the thought that my family would receive no justice in this matter, that Patrick would not get justice, is crippling. Members of this committee, please don't view this issue as something that divides physicians and the rest of the public. I stand here today as an experienced physician who will vehemently maintain that every single physician who is committed to their Hippocratic oath is obligated to support SB 734 to repeal subsection 8 of Florida Statute 768.
Thank you for your
21.
testimony.
Like Ethan Lopez.
Florida's free kill law is actively shielding and protecting criminal physicians in the state of Florida.
His grandfather, Stefan Suto, died in 2021 after Florida doctors treated his COVID-19 with injections of hydrogen peroxide.
He died due to actions of these physicians, and I am not able to get any justice.
The measures are favored by most lawmakers.
Show the bill passes.
A near-unanimous House, applauded by family members of deceased loved ones, passed its bill and sent it to the Senate floor. Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.